you guys. What's up? What's up? Can you hear me? Give me some emojis. Listen, you guys. Um, okay, I'm gonna assume you can hear me, but you don't want to give me emojis. So, um, you guys, give me some emojis if you can hear me. Okay, cool. Thanks, Jazz. Listen, you guys, what the hell? My link wasn't working. I posted a screenshot of it. Thank you, welcome. And so no one's gonna find the space. So can you please retweet the space, because I scheduled this like over an hour ago, and then I DM'd it to a bunch of people, but none of those people, all of those people who set their reminders are going to go to a space that doesn't exist. So please retweet the space, because I wasn't able to start it from that. So let me just do so myself. You know what I'm saying? Let me write this. Let me retweet. I have a monologue prepared, you guys. But I got to get people to, some more people to get in here. Gosh, I don't think they're going to know about this. I mean, they know, but they're not going to find the space. So yeah, thank you for retweeting the space, you guys. I appreciate you. Well, you guys, give me some emojis. Did you have a good weekend so far? I mean, it's the end, so I mean, did you have a good weekend? I hope. I hope. Okay. Well, you're alive, right? Anyway, so um so yeah, it usually takes several minutes for people to get in here. Thank you, JB. That's so nice. Um uh, uh oh, you're Jazz, you're not JB, sorry. So it usually takes several minutes for people to trickle in here, but I got to save my monologue for when they get here, because you know the first thing they go like, what, you already said it and stuff, and so you know. And but anyway, I wanted to do a little community thing. I don't know if anyone came to my space last week. um but it was, some people told me it was kind of fun and stuff. You guys, will you invite people from your DMs? Because legit, like, I'm not, I couldn't, the link wasn't working. I like set I'll bring up people in a minute, but I what do you call it? I scheduled the space, and then right at 7:30, I'm like, start space, and it's like it won't let me start the space. So it was not a very good thing, because a lot of people were like, "You, where are you? Where are you?" Let me start to tag some people, because we, you know what? So anyway, yeah, I just got to tag some people here, because if I start, anyway, you guys, let me just start by saying, hey, what's up? How you doing? Oh my God, what's up, Chantel? Chantel, my link didn't work. I scheduled the let me invite you up. You're gonna come up here, okay? You're gonna just not be so lazy right now, just for a second, okay? You don't have to speak a lot. Just come up here and give me some exposure on my goddamn space. Hold on a second. Um, let me see. Yeah, you know what's up, Chantel?
What's going on?
No,
I was
they're
ready to hop in at 11:30, and then I was like, wait, where's the space?
I know. I like DM'd it to everyone. I was so annoying. I DM'd it to people, and then because I had one last week, and then people were DMing me. They were like, "Are you gonna like start doing them and stuff?" And then tonight I was like, "Ah, screw it. Let's just do it." But then at 7:30 I wanted to start the space, and like it was like it didn't start. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I can't
Yeah, has been really buggy for me too. Like in spaces, I can't like you know how you tap the person's profile and you can kind of like private emoji the person? Like I
yeah.
don't have that feature anymore and I like so I feel bad because like every space people are like sending me hearts or whatever and they probably think that I'm like a jerk like not sending them any love back and I'm like yo I can't like I'm like screenshotting and DMing people like bro I swear like I'm not dissing you like I really can't do it. I don't know where that feature went. I try to update and then Space has been doing that thing where they keep rugging. I keep getting rugged out of spaces. And at first I was like, yo, like, did somebody block me? But I would be able to always just get back into the space immediately. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Like maybe I'm due for some type of update that didn't reach me yet. But yeah, Twitter is not working good for me either.
Yeah. So, okay, you guys. So before I start, can you guys again retweet the space, please? And then I'm gonna start because I don't want to start my monologue and then people are gonna start crying, get all upset and say, why didn't you wait for us? And it's like, well, I tried to dilly-dally, but Chantel, can you tell us, please, before we get started, about what's been going on with you in Web3? Because you've had some exciting stuff going on.
Oh my gosh. Like I feel like Ryan Seacrest at this point. Like I'm doing so many things in Web3. Like I need clones. But I've been having I'm so grateful the success I've been having with releasing my NFT projects. I just sold out in like 10 seconds on my last Sound XYZ drop. That was amazing. But other than that, like I'm still working with 1331 Records. We were like one of the early music groups in Web3. Um, I think, yeah, you know about what I'm doing with Shiconomy and Crypto for Kids. Then there's the Royal Dreads project that I'm working with. We're backed by the Canadian Media Fund, and we're actually working on a new anime series, which is going to aim to be like more diverse, so we could see like not just Asian people, but everybody. And the music is going to reflect that. So I'm their head of strategy, but I'm also curating the soundtrack and the theme song. So I'm just like spending so much time tapping into the Web3 community because I want all the artists that end up being a part of that project and the series to be from Web3, you know? So I'm here to like basically build a bridge and invite all the musicians in so we can give people opportunities through this project. So it's pretty exciting. And there's like so many other things. There's so many other projects I'm involved with too. There's a dope gaming project called a dope game, a Web3 game called Beyond Earth. I'm a part of that team as well. So yeah, I'm just out here grinding, collecting, doing my thing, man, and just trying to be as much value as I can in Web3. And then one final project that I'm really excited about that they just added me to the board of advisors is the culture cards. So we're working with a lot of major celebrities like Mike Tyson, J Lo, um, you name it, like any major rapper you could think of, major athletes. Um, and that project's really exciting. So I don't want to like shill and get too deep into it, but just know like a lot of your faves are coming into Web3 and we're trying to bring them in the right way, not on that cash grab weird shit. We're going out of our way to educate them and bring them into the space the right way. So yeah, I got a lot going on.
That is so awesome. That is so awesome. I love to hear it. I knew that you sold out in 10 seconds. I was like, "What?" And then I was like, "Well, duh." But like still like who does that? But seriously, like even in a bull market, like I don't know, some people like took all of that for granted and for me it's like really, I don't know, it's a big deal, you know? I don't know. I just feel grateful for any kind of sale, I don't know. I just maybe I'm different, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because it isn't, I did drop in the middle of the bear and everyone was asking me if I was nuts. They were like, why don't you push it back? We're fine. We want you to win. Like, don't do this. And I was just like, nah, like I don't know. I just did it. And yeah, I was blessed, man. But it's not easy, as you know. to have success in Web3, you got to put in a significant amount of time, and that kind of gets in the way of IRL sometimes. It's like a major sacrifice we make. We spend so much time in spaces, and it's tough. But yeah, I'm just so happy that everything went well. There were no problems. I'm just sad that the floor is still so high. Like my holders are holding, and who's selling is like trying to not sell it for like chicken shit. So then like the floor was like 5 ETH at one point, and I literally begged them like, please, I know you need liquid, but or you're trying to flip, but just like drop the floor. Like I want. There's so many people who didn't get in, and I want them to be able to. But now it's like tough because 1 ETH is expensive for a lot of people.
Yeah, that's so awesome. I just want to say hi to, I think it's Mama Chris. I'm saying that right on the
Yep,
stage.
that's right. Yep.
Hi.
Hi.
I
How
just
are
wanted,
you?
I'm good. I just wanted to say hi and welcome you on the stage. Feel free to chat if you say something if you want, but I'm just doing the quick intros before I start my monologue. We couldn't start the original space because the link didn't work, so people can't find the space. But Buckets, hey, if you could retweet the space, I'm gonna invite you up. That would be great. How are you doing, Mama Chris?
I'm doing all right. I got the speaker invite and I was like, oh, I haven't talked to Sphinx on Space and I haven't talked to Chantel since she minted out. And I wanted to say
Hey,
congratulations.
Mama.
Hi.
Thank you. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing all right. I'm getting myself unwound and ready for bed. Have to put the kids on the bus
That,
bright and early.
oh my. So yeah, mama stuff.
Exactly. It's always mama stuff.
All right. And if anybody else wants to come up, please request. Yeah. So, a lot of times I like to just I send invites for people to speak, especially when the spaces are a bit smaller. Even when they're not, but when I'm hosting, I kind of like to go down, and it's kind of like I always say, you guys, you don't have to accept because a lot of people don't even like aren't comfortable speaking, but it's just my way of kind of saying like, hi, I love you. um, but anybody who wants to speak, please go ahead and speak. I just want to welcome you, Uno, to the stage before we get started. How are you doing, Uno?
How's everybody doing? I hope everybody can hear me good. Can everybody hear me clear?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm Uno V. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an artist. I really want to do get behind music to actually, instill the new way of how we make payments in Web3 and how we interact with each other and how we exchange ideas and everything else. So I'm excited about Web3. I've actually started um looking into it like 2 years ago. Actually, I was lucky enough to have a really dope mentor. His name's BJ Clock. He's taught me everything about it so far, and um, augmented reality, mixed reality, virtual reality, this all will play a role into how we um, be creative, like how we put out projects and visions that we have upon ourselves to present to other people. So yeah, that's what excites me about Web3. I'm sorry, I'm kind of nervous. I'm not used to talking um, on social media like this. I'm really like mute, so please excuse my shyness.
Oh, you did just fine. You did absolutely fine, and welcome to the stage. And I see somebody else. I'm just gonna invite. Um, so, in fact, I'm just gonna give you a Chantel. Um, just so you know, you guys, these aren't marathon spaces. So don't feel like, oh my God, like, oh, I'm gonna have to be like closed for 5 hours. Like it doesn't work that way. Usually I end them after like four hours and 45 minutes. Anyway, um, so Hotshot, I did send you an invite. It still says requested. I don't know, but I'm sure you'll figure it out. You guys, I'm gonna get started on the monologue because here's what happened, you guys. Legit, this is what happened. Okay, first some rule. First, let me say what happened. You guys, I have horrible ADHD. That means I can't continue a thought really when I'm hosting, okay? Because it's actually doing two things at once. Doing hosting and also speaking. I know it's weird for some people, but it's the truth. Um, so let me go through the rules, and then I'm going to go through my monologue, and then we'll go through, everyone can talk. So the rules are, it's not a democracy, and please raise your hands. Jennifer, you see, Jennifer didn't need me to tell the rules. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, be like Jennifer, be an example. But if you're co-host, or if you're, I just thought, if you're co-host,
Everybody's just gonna throw their hands up now.
yeah. Hotshot's just messing with me because, yeah. Anyway, so here's the thing. Also, I'm the only one who uses the soundboard, and also I want to apologize in advance because I'm super immature about it. Because I discovered it just not too long ago, and sometimes, yeah, I'll say bullshit, and sometimes if you say something that I think needs to go down the drain, I'm gonna tell you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna straight up tell you. I'm not gonna waste time. Also, everyone, please retweet the space because it's free, and I'm putting my time in. And you know what? Ask not what I can do for you, but what you can do for me, or some bullshit. You guys, here's my monologue. Are you ready? Let's go. First of all, welcome to the Web3 community space. Okay, what up? Community check-in space. What's up? What's up? To everyone who's new and or knows me. So here's the deal, you guys. I decided about an hour and a half ago that I would do this. First of all, everyone, retweet the goddamn space. I don't want to keep saying it. Please retweet it. Because the link didn't work. People can't find it. This is goddamn embarrassing for my image. No, I'm just kidding. I don't care. Of course I care. Of course I care. I'm human. You don't think I care? Of course I care. Okay, guys, let's get going. So retweet the space, and let me start my monologue. So about an hour ago, or an hour and a half ago, I said, let me do this space. And of course I have to do a monologue, because of course, why wouldn't I? So what did I do? Well, I'm not going to go write one, right? I'm going to go to ChatGPT. Like, why would I go write one? Like, what? Why would I do that? So, you guys, here's the deal. What I did was I started to read the first 3 sentences of it, and I said, okay, I'm going to stop myself. I'm not going to read the rest of it, and I'm just going to read it like for the first time live on the space. But here's the deal. I get to add my own shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it is, believe me, you guys, it is messed up. You need to proofread this stuff, and for content, I mean, it's really bad. Okay, here we go. So this is my monologue. Well, ChatGPT's monologue for me. And the prompt was, write a 5-minute opening monologue for a very popular Twitter space called NFT Web Community Weekly Check-in. Make it interesting and funny, highlighting the recent news items topping the headlines in Web3 over the last week. Okay, this is what we got. Welcome, Web3 Twitterverse, to our weekly check-in, where we dive into the latest and greatest in our decentralized world. Okay, that's bullshit. We're totally centralized, but okay, it's okay. That's not a big deal. I hope you all had a fantastic week, because let me tell you, it's been a wild one in the world of Web3. And I'm like, shit, are they going to talk about like the Bark and Leia drama? Like, what the fuck? Okay, anyway, sorry for the F-bomb. You guys, let's keep going. Let's start with some NFT news. I'm like, okay, let's do it. All right. The art world has officially gone mad with NFTs, with a digital artwork selling for a staggering $69 million. Like, bro, that was in 2021. Like, you're gonna get me fired. Like, why would you tell me to write that? Why would you tell me to say that in a monologue in the second month of 2023, bro. Like, you would get me fired from the Jay Leno show for real. Okay, let's just keep going. It's okay. I'm gonna get through this. That's right, folks. You heard it here first. Bullshit. You heard it here last. The value of our digital assets is skyrocketing. Got news for you again. We're in a goddamn bear market. Everyone's down. Okay. The elevator's been going down. It's gonna keep going down. And you know what? We're just not gonna fucking get off because we hit ourselves. Okay. But let's stick to the chat GPT. But it's not just the art world. We're seeing NFTs pop up all sorts of unexpected places, from virtual real estate to digital collectibles. It seems like everyone wants a piece of the NFT pie. Okay, whatever. Moving on to DeFi, it's been a busy week for decentralized finance, with new protocols launching and the growth of yield farming. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I had to Google to see when yield farming, I was like, I know yield farming didn't come out this year, like this last week, but shit, like, okay, you guys, they're way late on that too. It's clear that DeFi is here to stay. You heard it here, folks. DeFi is here to stay. I know no Twitter space ever told you that. DeFi is here to stay. Okay. Now back to this. But with the increasing popularity also comes increased scrutiny from regulators. So it'll be interesting to see how things develop. Oh, and let's not forget about scalability. It's always a hot topic in the Web3 community. With Ethereum 2.0 finally launching, we're seeing some promising developments in terms of scalability solutions. So there you have it, folks. A quick rundown of what's been going on in the world of Web3 over the past week. I swear to God, it says over the past week. But as always, there's so much more to discuss, so let's dive into conversation and see where it takes us. Remember, in the Web3 community, we're not just talking about decentralized technology, we're living it. Okay, I'm calling bullshit on the last sentence because literally all we're doing is talking about it, okay? Because we are on a Web2 platform and none of us are living in a decentralized anything. And so we're kind of all full of crap, to be honest, but we have hopes of one day, I don't know, doing whatever it would be called, somehow living in less BS, you know what I'm saying? But definitely that last sentence, it would be like if sentences had antonyms, I would take the antonym of that sentence. Anyway, so that was my monologue, thanks to ChatGPT, although I did have to revise it on the fly a little bit, I guess just a little bit. But so you guys, we had kind of a crazy week this week. We had some drama. We had some Web3 drama. We had some real world drama, but we don't care about that because we're insulated and we think the world revolves around us, right? We're Web3. So yeah, there was some drama. There was some like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, they said that, they did that. Anyway, so I'm gonna go to hands. Jennifer, you've had your hand up. Welcome to the space. Go ahead.
Hey, thanks, Sphinx. Actually, so I obviously requested before your monologue, and so I just wanted to let everyone know, for all the digital creators and all of your talent, I appreciate Sphinx. I always appreciate listening to you on the spaces because I really appreciate your your perspective on everything. So but my space that I fight is the education. I'm trying to help the youth that's coming up. So if anybody wants to use their talents and needs to know what's going on in education, I would love to help you. So I don't know if this is the space for me, but I just wanted to come on here and learn from what you were gonna put out. So thank you for letting me speak. But anybody that needs information on fighting the education system, wants to use your talents to help this generation, please reach out to me because I would love to help you.
Thank you. Yeah, people will definitely know to reach out to you. This is a Web3 focused space, but I love other people coming in, and Web3 is going to transcend into all spheres. So I see somebody on the stage. Okay, I think okay, let's go to this guy. What's his name? Okay, Hotshot. Okay, go ahead, sir. Please don't cause trouble. Go ahead.
Hi. Thank you for letting me up and give me a possibility to ask a question. I've been wanting to ask this questions for a long time. Are you active right now?
Okay. Oh boy. 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 Excuse me for a second.
Are are
I'm gonna have
are
to
you
do.
are you active right now?
What do you mean by right now?
Right now. Are you even active right now?
Chantel, I think that's for you. Go ahead.
I'm just crying right now. Like, when is this gonna die? This is like worse than Shirley Lowe.
Okay, I have another question. Looking back, was Shirley Lowe the Chat GPT farm bot?
For
Dude, I low-key really think so.
I know, me too. By the way, I see her in spaces all
And
the
she's back.
time.
She freaking reincarnated, y'all. After we had a memorial service for her and everything, she's back. We can't get
She
rid of her.
unrugged us.
Did you see she can throw emojis now?
No, really?
No way.
Yep. Yep. I watched
No.
her
Oh
throw
my
emojis
God.
in a space the other night. I was like, oh,
She's alive.
Tommy is the one that goes hard. Tommy throws like mad emojis. He'll come up on stage. He'll never speak. But
I tell you, if,
Tommy is
if
active.
this Shirley Lowe drops an open edition NFT tomorrow, dude, 5,000 ETH. 5,000 ETH. Shirley Lowe is going to mint out for sure. Open edition Shirley Lowe's. She's throwing emojis now. Like, this is leading up to something, I feel. This is leading up to the most, like, one of the biggest mints of 2023.
I swear it's Elon. And he's like, joke's on you. I've been in every space.
Wow, you had to drop that on us. Okay.
What if one day Shirley
We're
Lowe
about to get
just
runs
starts
again.
hosting a space, but she doesn't say anything? She just lets people up to speak, but she doesn't say anything.
Yo, the day that Shirley Lowe hosts a space, Twitter's gonna break.
Breaking news, breaking news. Shirley Lowe hosts a space.
A friend of mine actually changed
It's
their
gonna be
name.
bigger than Mario
A
spaces.
friend of mine actually changed their name to Shirley Lowe and put her PFP on and fell asleep in the co-host spot and was permanently banned.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was
Ooh.
bad.
Ooh, that's not good. We need to get her unbanned.
It was actually a guy, and it was his big
Oh.
account too. He had like 15,000 followers, and they permanently banned it.
He should changed it to like Sherman Lowe or something like that.
Hey, why don't you guys explain Shirley Lowe's story? Because there are people here, I'm sure, that don't know.
If you're in spaces and you haven't, you've seen Shirley Lowe, man. She's always in the listeners. She's probably gonna pull up at some point, depending on how long this space goes. And everyone just we believe that Shirley Lowe is a bot. She's always in everyone's space at the same time. She never speaks, she never comes up, she doesn't interact, but she's always there. She's a bot.
But she's throwing emojis now. She gets unsuspended. It's only a matter of time before she's going to drop an NFT collection, I feel. If Shirley Lowe turns out to be a
Bro,
real person and she's
I'm
just
wailing
hosting a
in.
space, like a confessional space, like he's like, hi, everyone. I'm actually Shirley Lowe. I'm not a bot. You've been harassing and attacking me for 2 years now straight, and I was just listening to your spaces because I was researching my first NFT drop and just wanted to host my first space. Like, she would instantly blow up. I think she'd be one of the most popular people.
Shirley Lowe's collection is definitely how I'm gonna make it.
Can you imagine if Shirley Lowe's a real person who just had bought like 10,000 different phones with different numbers and was in 10,000 different spaces at the same time all the time, and she was like, "Fuck you, I've just had like a $1 million phone bill every month. Like, I'm a real person. I put way more into this than you." Oh man.
Or it's like multiple spaces of Shirley Lowe, but they all have different voices. Hey, what are you talking
There's
about? I'm
actually a
Shirley Lowe.
Shirley Lowe.
Like, what are you talking about? I'm just dropping an NFT collection tomorrow.
There is a Shirley Lowe collection on OpenSea, by the way, and it's by Kurt, and he's an amazing artist, and the song is actually really, really, really good, and it's only 0.05, so everyone should get one for the culture.
What if it gets DMCA'd?
Oh
What if
no,
Shirley Lowe DMCA's it? Oh my God.
Yeah, exactly.
that would be epic.
And it's like
That would be
in the
history.
DMCA, it also says Shirley Lowe bought patents or something like that. Like Shirley Lowe bought patent DMCA's.
It's going to be the #1 story on CNBC.
So for those who don't know, you DMCA when somebody uses, and anyone can correct me here, but you can DMCA when someone uses like your image or a work of yours without your permission. So the fact that we're saying this is a bot account, and somebody has stuff of hers up, and she would DMCA it. That's kind of the point. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uno, why don't you go ahead?
I appreciate y'all, man. I wanted to kind of elaborate with what Jennifer was talking about, like the education part, and also speak on like what if there was a decentralized community we could all just pour our artwork into, and we can all just trade and transact amongst one another without dealing with any centralized entities or cash grab, bullshit. Um, Actually, like it's so many uneducated people when it comes to crypto, and um, it's so like complex to those who just don't know and is brand new in Web3. And like if you just take the time to just um, look into like the true aspects of capitalizing off something that can not only help you but help the rest of the world and the economy, then you can simplify a way to explain it to people. And that's what I want to do. Like I'm just a normal kid, I'm from the hood, I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, but I've always wanted better with my life. So um it's like a filtering system when it comes to humanity. You gotta want it, you gotta want to do better with yourself. And I want to cater to those people who want to elevate in life and persevere and use innovation, because that's the #1 thing in this world right now. Innovation. Like I feel like we're getting close to a Star Wars time. I know it's getting kind of lame by me saying that, but like I really believe so. Dealing with like how we live and the lifespan of the world and stuff like that. So it's all about self-preservation and preservation, period. And I want to teach that to people also. But I will say that I have something great that everybody would probably want to look into. I just feel like that all we need is a decentralized community. Right now we are using Web 2 protocols, and nobody really knows the difference, and it's just certain points that you have to give to people to so they can decipher from the two. And that's one of the major things that I want to get off. um there's this platform, it's really dope. I don't really just want to like push it on anybody, but it's Fi Network. I don't know if anybody has heard of it before, but it's pretty dope. It's a lot of amazing people, a lot of artists, a lot of NFT makers. You can make your own NFT and actually transact without having to deal with um, things that are backed by cash or government entities. I feel like OpenSea is not fully Web3. It's still running off Web 2 protocols, and people need to, get more familiar and hands-on with Web3 so they can know the difference.
Yeah, so thank you. I actually, to be honest, don't know about that myself, but feel free to tweet about it in the chat if you want. I don't like to push specific protocols or anything just because, I don't want to be promoting anything specifically. But I have noticed that there are more and more decentralized options. Like there is an option of getting your podcast on a decentralized on the decentralized web. I guess that's the correct way of saying it. I'm just discovering these protocols daily, so as I research. And so like I'm like, oh, okay. But the thing is like, is the discoverability as good, right? But and then I wonder if you could have it on like Apple Podcasts and on this thing. I'm not going to talk about the. I'll tweet about it, but I don't want to talk about the protocol. But I found a couple of. There's also a news website, and it's blockchain. By the way, you guys, I'm going to give you some alpha right here, bro. I'm going to give you some alpha, everyone. Hotshot. Next time you get DMCA'd by a scammer. Well, Hotshot, you probably already know this, but you can pin your tweets to IPFS. Do you know that? Yes. Okay. So let me tell you. Let me take a screenshot right now of my desktop, and then I'll pin it. So there's a widget that you can add. I don't know what the app is. I don't remember, but I'll tweet about it later. And so once you add that, and you don't have to add it, but once you do, it goes on your Twitter. It says pin tweet to IPFS. Let me just add this. And then, hold on. Let me add this picture. You can see it at the bottom of, you can see it let me send now. You can see it at the bottom of my, at the bottom of that picture, that video, it says that gray box, rectangular box, it says pin tweet to IPFS. I can do that with any tweet, and I will link you guys. I've been meaning to do this, but there aren't any spaces about this. But I just wanted to say this because Hotshot, I remembered when you posted stuff that got DMCA'd. So what happens is when you pin a tweet to IPFS, if that gets DMCA'd off of Twitter, your link to the IPFS, that's up. No one can take that down. So that's really cool. So I've done several of those just for the fun of it. Not because I thought I would ever get it taken down, but just to see like how it works. And it's its own whole other like page site thing. So it's separate. So you can have your tweets actually live on forever. And let me just look up what the name, and it's archiving your tweets. And let me just take another. Here the you can see here in the next image it has a shows a picture of my archived tweets that I'll just tweet to the thing right now. So anyway, I can pin a link to that. I don't remember the name of the app, but I found that to be really cool, especially if you're worried about getting DMCA'd, but just in general, like you hear like presidents' tweets get archived, politicians' tweets get archived. I'm like, bro, like what? I'm not A-list? Like what? So anyway, that's I just tweeted the second picture. Okay. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Like if you just want it there forever forever, it'll never come down. So that I found to be really, really cool for several reasons. And while we're talking, I'll get the name and the link of it. But yeah, so how are y'all doing? Oh, you guys, I was gonna say, I was gonna pose this question. I was gonna say, you guys, what kind of week are we gonna have in Web3 this week? Like, are we gonna choose violence or what's gonna, no, because we never do this. Like the week gets started, right? All of a sudden it's Wednesday, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, I feel like my week's not where it was supposed to be. And then all of a sudden it's Thursday, and then it's like, oh, and the entire Web3 community just crashed and burned again. So, you guys, that's why I wanted to do this. I wanted to say, like, what kind of week are we going to have this week? Like, could we just not choose violence and could we not crash and burn? Like, does anyone want to talk about what they have planned or what they're working on or, you know, whatever, maybe try to check in, you know what I'm saying, to before the hurricane, before the 10.0 earthquake. Go ahead, Hotshot, please go ahead, sir. Thank you.
I'm thinking I'm gonna take this person up on the offer. I was offered an all expenses paid trip to Taiwan, and I think I should take it.
That's awesome.
Also, there's a person called Elon's Bunny in this space, and the title says, "What the fuck, Elon? Are you referring to Elon's Bunny?"
I guess so.
He's
No,
right there. This account,
I,
it's called
I
Elon's Bunny, and it's a
no,
photo of a bunny.
I know. No, Elon's bunny is good. Elon's bunny is, I've seen in other spaces, not Web3 related. I think Elon's bunny is here. I remember having a convo with him with, I think, in Phenom's room or something. But um um oh yeah, I think he said I made him pull all his fuzzy hair out or something. I don't know. But yeah, no, it wasn't in reference to him. But yeah, nice to see you, Elon's bunny. But um yeah, no. But hey, about that Taiwan thing, I just want to say, if it's not first class, okay, and I don't mean like business. That's not first, okay? You worked in Hollywood, you know. It's not first class, okay? I mean, I like to choose my seat personally. I like to F. That is a window seat, okay? Um,
Can I get a window seat?
Also, I'm not going to fly some bullshit airline. Like, I'm gonna have to pick the airline. So, Hotshot, let me negotiate terms for you for this deal because I want you to be okay, okay?
But Hotshot, are you leaving everyone behind when you go, or are you taking them?
Ideally,
Is there a dog involved?
ideally, I just say I'm gonna have to return some videotapes. That's my last sentence. Or I have to go see about a thing and just never return.
I have a question. Do you have $500,000? Because that's the going rate.
I do actually, but I'm not sure if I'm
Damn.
will.
Is this Web2 money or Web3 money?
That's Web3 money. Yeah. Uh, but I'm not sure if I'm willing to put it up on this one, to be honest.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah. Um,
I think it's a good trade. Yeah, fuck it. I'll go all in.
yeah, but if your heart's not in it, you're never gonna know where you could have ended up. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, the best decisions they all start with, fuck it.
You guys, let me say something. I was in one of Shanta, I don't think you were in this particular space, but I was in one of those spaces. I think there were like 3,000 people in the space that day. And this guy comes up and he says he is a father. He's got two kids, and he says that he's about to. And when I say about to, I don't mean he's like thinking about it. I mean, he's like, no, I'm about to sign the papers. He's about to sell his house, which is his entire net worth, not a wealthy person, and put it all on Chronos. Okay. So, yeah.
What?
So, and
What?
that's all the guy says, that's all he has. And the guy and everyone on the stage is like rooting for him and like kind of like being like frat boy, like come on, like man, he got heart and soul. And I was just like, everyone needs to shut the f up. Like I gotta talk to this guy. So I start talking to him, and I was like, I just want to know if you're serious, because he was really talking like he wasn't kidding. He was serious, and I could kind of, I said, I think he's serious. So are you serious, or are you just, because I know a lot of times there's joking around in this space. He said, no, I am, and I believe in it. And you know what? This house, I know it's put a roof over our heads, and it'll appreciate and stuff, and it's all I have. But you know what? I'm willing to risk being homeless and put it all on Chronos because I think that I'm going to 100x. And I just told him, anyway, long story short, I ended up talking to this guy for like 10 minutes, seriously, trying to talk him off this ledge. And I found out he went through with it. I mean, and
Whoa.
I don't know how he's doing, but like, I pray to God
R.I.P.
he's doing okay, because I couldn't believe it. I was like, and then I was telling everyone in that
Right.
space, I was like, you guys, you need to shut up, because he doesn't know that you're kidding around and stuff. Like none of these guys would be doing that themselves. So
Does Chronos even have tech behind it?
I mean, I don't know.
Whoa! You can't be asking
Like
those
that's a
types of
serious
You
questions,
know,
my
question.
that
man.
Go
You
ahead.
was
put everything in.
woo,
You put
below
everything on red.
Why
Like
are
you
you
can't be asking
flooding?
questions
Yeah,
now.
why are you flooding his net worth?
below the belt.
All you when the trade's already made, you just go, I hope it works out. I hope it works. Don't
It's
ask
so many of
questions,
these
man.
currencies that don't have any applications behind them. They're just Word docs, and it's crazy.
You're not wrong, but the thing is, you can make good money on vaporware, like for sure. Like I spoke with the guy on set. This was I think this was like 2016 or something, or 17, early on when XRP just released, and we were talking about Bitcoin, and obviously, like everyone's like, "What should I buy? What should I buy?" And I said, "Well, probably you want to go with Bitcoin, right?" And
Right.
he got like his summer vacation money, and I meet him again like a couple of weeks later, and he brings up like the crypto again. He's like, yeah, I got into crypto, and I'm like, okay, like, did you get any Bitcoin? He's like, no. He's like, I'm like, what do you get? It's like, I put everything in XRP. Do you know what that is? It's like,
Oh my
I'm
God,
like, what are you
no.
talking about? XRP? Like, what is that? Like, we spoke about Bitcoin and ETH. Like, I never mentioned any of these altcoins. This guy goes, he put like a couple of grand of his vacation money into XRP. But the thing is,
Was this during or after the lawsuit with
this was
USDT?
even long before that. So XRP was fractions of what it became. And then XRP had to rally up to like above $1, right? It went to $1.30 in the first cycle, in XRP's first cycle or something. And this guy, he got hundreds and hundreds of thousands of XRP tokens for pennies. And he put a couple of grand in. Like he was loaded up on XRP. Like this was his.
He kept compounding.
Yeah, he sold it all. He sold it all. He became a millionaire on XRP,
Smart guy.
and he never bought any crypto ever again. And he's still working the same job. I'm like, well,
See, that's where it sucks, man, because he didn't even get the chance to see the other side of the fence, because now he doesn't trust crypto enough to even save his wealth to where it grows in value.
dude made is a good trade. Made like a very good trade, and he left the casino in profit, and he's not returning. He's like, yeah, I'm up. Like, okay.
That is willpower.
He's also not a degen, or he doesn't have any like gambling addiction or any type of vulnerabilities for that. So, but I was just, it's such a cliche thing when you talk to people that want to get into crypto and you talk about Bitcoin, and then months later you meet them again and you ask them if they did anything, and they bought everything except Bitcoin. Like they're buying these shit coins and doggy floki
Right.
inu coin, like and nobody's buying Bitcoin, and usually it all goes to zero and they lose a lot of money, and they don't talk to you anymore. But this, I never forget this guy, man.
See, I would see Bitcoin as like like a bridge, like it other like ETH has applications and contracts and so on and so forth behind it, so it's swappable to Bitcoin, but it doesn't have any like blockchain to where you could actually track millions of transactions. Bitcoin can't hold millions of transactions being recorded. It's not capable. So um I would see as Bitcoin is something that you would just trade for. Like, hey, I want to go get this car. I'm just gonna go swap for Bitcoin because they want Bitcoin for this car. It's like one of those type of things.
I want to welcome Scott and Ricky. Sorry, that's my dog. I got dogs. Don't worry about it. Chill. And Alberto to the stage.
Hey, Sphinx, thanks for having me up. How's your night going?
Very good. I just had one of my dogs is blind and he bumped into another one. She didn't like it, but I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. Who was that, by the way? Was that?
It was
Oh, hey
Scott. It was Scott.
Scott. Welcome. Welcome. Yeah. Um, so yeah, so this was kind of like a community check-in. I'm glad everyone's here. Um, Alberto, I kind of want to go to you because I only heard you speak once in a space, and you were telling some gnarly stories, which you don't need to go into tonight. But just how's it going?
Everything's fine, thank you. Uh, how are you? I'm doing great, thank you. Everything's great so far. So what kind of stories did you hear about me? By the way, yeah, you scared me.
Oh, I don't know, some kind of prison story, uprising, some kind of. It was like it was a mess, but I was like, whoa, I got to listen to this.
Oh, you mean a personal story that I had to live regarding to what's on my bio?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Oh, okay. No, that's actually was a beautiful nightmare. It was like living in hell. It was terrible. But at the end, after the process was over, it was beautiful. Yeah. Everything changes with time, perspective. And yeah, it's not that bad. Actually, I posted today something regarding a radio interview that they made me last week. It was from a radio station in the USA, and in that interview, actually, I was talking about the outcome, how all that story ended. That started in 2017, being arrested by the Interpol for a computer-related crime. It was a long process, exhausting, took a lot of years. Uh, I mean, when it comes to my mental health, physical health, economically, emotionally, was really something completely. It was difficult to cope with all that, but the outcome was amazing in terms of being a victim of a problem, of a system a justice system that was full of problems, of flaws that needed to be improved because I was a victim of that, and what happened to me happened. I couldn't change that. I will carry with me the scars of that situation forever with me, but I could do things in order to make changes, try to trigger changes in the system in order to prevent other people from suffering what I had to suffer. And at the on January 1st of this year, something happened in my country where uh, that system that was in charge of investigating, prosecuting computer-related crimes, the structure completely changed because of my case, of all the noise that I created in a 5-year period using social media, posting. I mean, basically, what Hotshot is doing with certain projects. Well, I was exposing at a certain level the system, the justice system of a country in terms of how they were able to abuse of their power, not to, I mean, to do things that were illegal, that were not following the laws, that were violating the laws, right? Uh, well, the prosecution, the General Prosecution Office of Uruguay, could not do nothing after my case was known worldwide, and well, now things changed, improved, and that is amazing. So all those things that you probably terrible things that about my story that you probably heard, I can tell you that at the end, for me, yeah, they destroyed me, but it's not about me. For me, yeah, it was something that uh, I lost everything except my life. But I was about to lose my life at one point when I opened my eyes and I was in intensive care unit. After being in prison and opening your eyes, being in coma after 3 hours was yeah, I was about to die, but I didn't die, so I could become the worst nightmare of the, the prosecution office here. And yeah, with my lawyer and me, or in always following, always doing things that were within the law, not doing, I mean, the things that we were doing that were illegal, that were not fair, always doing the things that were correct. And well, with determination, knowing that despite everybody was telling me that I was wasting my time, I was doing something that was impossible to do. Nobody could change such a powerful system where it was like impossible to do. It could be done, and anybody can do it. If you want to do it, forget about the people discouraging you. Just know that you can do it, and you will do it. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Alberto. I have a question. So you discovered like, did you ever discover like you discovered corrupt people, right? People who were incorrupt.
That's
Okay,
yeah, that's
so I have a
yeah.
question. Did any of these people ever, like, as part of their scam, was it ever to give away a used Rolls Royce?
No.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
Why is that question? Why is that question?
Well, sometimes I think the lowest, the people, some of the scammers that don't make it in Web 2, they think they can come to Web 3, and believe it or not, I've seen that in Web 3. I was just wondering if maybe that was a remnant of, Web 2, if you had seen it. But
No. This was completely a different scenario involving at one point government. Okay, let's put it this way. The day I was arrested was the same day the vice president of my country resigned because of a lot of, I mean, accusations of corruptions where he couldn't go with so much, with so much accusations regarding abuse of power, corruption. And okay, he resigned on September the 9th of 2017. That day I was arrested by Interpol. Um, okay, that I was without being able to communicate with everybody, with anybody for a week almost. And when I was able to, when I was sent to prison, I entered the cell where I was going to remain. The people that were there asked me why I was there, and I said no, because of certain hacking. And they said, "Oh my God, you're the hacker!" And I was like, how do you know? And they were like, man, you were, I mean, we turn on the TV news and you appear all the time. All this week we have seen your case all over and over. I mean, come on, man. And I was like, holy shit. I mean, the TV news spend more time on my case. The newspapers had more pages dedicated to my case than the pages that were about the the vice president resigning to his position because of corruption. So always ask yourself, when some big news are out there, it's always uh, try to know what other bigger news are being tried to be hidden or distracting people from being known. Just that's an interesting thing to point out. To just to give you an idea of what level of corruption at what level we're talking about. In my case, we're not talking about like uh, just um,
Hey,
regular people.
I so appreciate that. And I can just imagine. I'm just gonna ask you a question because I'll be totally honest with you. Like, this is what goes through my mind if I think I was in that situation. Like, did you ever think like, because you're all obviously very smart and very like tech savvy. Were you ever like when you were discovering these hacks, were you like, why don't I just embezzle like 50 million to my account? You know what I'm saying?
No, 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 no. That was something that was not an option for me. I mean, come on. I was able to access to 200 more than 200,000 medical records of people, and it was. I mean, that information is probably the most. I mean, when it comes, you have here in Uruguay, we have laws regarding the how private the use of personal information, and we can categorize the information in different categories. The sensible information, that is the one that should is required to for those who are in custody of them, to apply the most the controls that are the most powerful controls, that in order to guarantee that that information is under the, I mean, the security measures in order to protect that are the most that you can use, because of they are the most valuable, and they are the most, I mean, there are information that, for example, such as I don't know, sexual orientation of people. Okay, that is information that no, if you don't want to share, I mean, that's something completely private part of you, and if you don't want to disclose that, nobody can force you, and it's you, and it's your information. And private information for me is the most valuable asset a human being can have. So I don't want anybody to try to fuck with my private information the same way I would never do that with other people's information. Mm, I have to tell you this: if somebody hacks a bank, I wouldn't hack a bank, but if somebody does, I would actually smile and say, okay, uh, interesting. I mean, whoever hacked somebody who is basically already stealing money from others and profiting from in a very unethical way from other people. Well, it's funny that they do that, but I don't, I don't, I wouldn't endorse those people, but I would say, okay, uh, I wouldn't actually think that for those who did that, I would actually think that there are people that could be perfectly be friends of mine. But the thing is that private info, no, never. I mean, I'm not like that. I have been reported security issues in systems for many years. It's a practice that uh, I do because of my values, my ethics, that are the starting point when you start a career in cybersecurity. Then comes all the technical skills, all the knowledge, how good you are. Well, no, first you have to have clear all the ethical issues, have no ethical dilemmas. That is a starting point for me. When I find a security problem in a system, reporting that problem for me is the only way of acting. Reporting a security issue is the most valuable input that a security management system can have. You get to know exactly what's going on. You get to know what flaws your system might have before somebody malicious might find them. And obviously, if you find them and you don't report them, and somebody with malicious intentions do that, they will probably know that they had a problem after that problem has been exploited and the system has suffered consequences that, okay, you cannot roll back that and how, no, you want to know that in advance. So in most of the country, you try to give, I don't know, people are getting rewards in companies for reporting problems. You incentivize people to do that. You have bounty programs. Here, we don't have anything of that. But I feel, okay, if I don't do it, uh, other people's information, other people might be actually be having problems because of these security issues. So I have to report this. That's the only way I can learn. It's not about money. I
Oh,
mean, and actually, I reported what I found regarding the case I was sent to prison twice. You don't report a problem in a system
that's
if you are going to actually steal the system after
I'm so
that.
sorry. I think that was Interpol. I just want to let you know, just stop them. No, no, no,
Oh,
no, no,
well,
no, no, no,
tell
no,
me.
no, no. Just, I
No,
don't want you to get, I don't want you to get arrested, but I hear you. You know, that's really, um, I appreciate everything you said. I really do. I truly do. Um,
That's the difference between Web 2 and Web 3 is the
Okay,
security.
okay.
The
I need you to
security is
raise. I
very,
need you to
very.
raise hand just because it's gonna when the room starts to fill up, it goes a little nuts. You need to follow Hotshot's example. You know, he's usually a shithead and doesn't raise hands, but tonight he did. Hey, Ricky, we're gonna go to you now since you had your hand up. Go on, Ricky.
Yes. I'm I've I've been into Bitcoin for a while. Um, I've been listening to y'all about the NFTs. I guess I'm trying to get into, saying, like the digital creator stuff. And I mean, I'm just very interested in it. And I'm just, I guess my question would be, where would where would I start? Like, I mean,
I'm going to
um,
tell you something right now. Do not buy anything, okay? Do not buy anything. You know why? Because you don't know anything. So anyone who tells you to
right.
buy something, I'm just telling you. Anyone who tells, because they will, they're going to tell you to buy this, that, and the other. Just run, Forrest, run. Okay, remember that movie, Forrest Gump? Run. Okay,
Oh yeah.
yes. Okay. Yeah, you sound like you might know it. Okay. Run, Forrest, run. Okay. Just remember Jenny's screaming at you to run and never look back because they shouldn't be telling you that. Don't buy anything. It's no time to buy anything anyway. You're gonna most things go to zero anyway. There are frauds in the space, but the space is legit. But just like any other space, there are bad actors. Spend this time to learn, get a notebook. That's what I did. I got a notebook. I went to Twitter Spaces that had to do with, Sudi, I'm just going to mute you because there's an echo. Um, uh, Go to Twitter Spaces, get a notebook. This, by the way, this goes to for I guess any subject, but this is what I did because when I started Web3, I didn't know anything. Like I didn't have a tech background, so I went to Twitter Spaces and I got this notebook and um, I just wrote everything down. And so I keep saying I'll publish it one of these days, but I don't have time. But only because some of the things that I wrote in the earlier days are quite amusing to people now because I would write things like FOMO, in caps, and then and put an arrow and be like, look up later, and important, even GM, I think I wrote, and then I put question mark, question mark. I did not know anything. So I would go to space after space after space. I would listen to people and what sounded either important or something I didn't know, I would write down. And then later on, I would go look it up. And so that is just basically try to learn right now and don't worry about being behind or anything because the market's crappy. You're not missing anything. Best thing you could do right now is educate yourself. Go ahead. Did you want to add something?
Yes. I'm also part of Cash Rain, and I do a lot of Cash Rains promoting, stuff, and um, into Bitcoin Cash, and I've been, saving up on it and trying to promote my YouTube channel. And I had asked Kim.com if he would, add Rumble, to the feature, and he said that would be definitely a big go. So um, if let me see, but yeah, just going back to what you were saying. I mean, I've been listening to y'all for a while. I mean, I know I'm not, educated, enough on that, you know, on the NFTs, but I'd like to know more about it. Could y'all explain to me a little bit more about it?
Yeah, I mean, just so you know, this isn't I know you said you've been in here for a while, but just to be fair, this isn't really a space I would call an educational space, right? This is more of like a community check-in. Hot Shot gets to come in here and kind of give me shit by raising his hand because he knows that he doesn't have to, and kind of throws me off, but he doesn't because I'm already thrown off because I'm speaking and hosting, and that's doing one too many things at the same time. So, but yeah, but it's a really, really big book to open there. But basically, if you're familiar with Bitcoin, if you think of Bitcoin as $20 bills, right? If you and a bunch of your friends put a bunch of $20 bills in a pot to bet on something, I don't know, and then in 5 minutes you change your mind. Well, you don't care if you get that exact $20 bill back, right? You just want a $20 bill back. But the thing with NFTs is that each one is unique. And each one, and this is a very, 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 very like basic, basic like explain it like a 5-year-old kind of description. So it's also a digital asset, except that each NFT is unique. They can't be interchanged. And that's actually what fungible means, whether or not they're interchangeable or not. So Bitcoin is, coins are, but NFTs aren't. So whether or not the artwork looks the same or it doesn't really matter. It's in the code. But it's a big thing to get into. But there are lots of spaces that are actually educational, and I really recommend to continue to go to them. And by the way, people do not come at me with my description. Like that was legit, like off the cuff. Okay. So don't even come at me. Thank you. Thank you very much for the clap. All right. So, anyone else? You guys, I do have we don't go on forever. You know what I'm saying? These spaces, they have to be short and sweet because while I don't really have a life, I like to project an image that I do. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, why not? So, here's the question for the panel. This is how, first of all, everyone, can you retweet the damn space, please? Because people like this part of the space the most. Okay, they do. So please retweet it so they can go. And Hotshot, please go ahead, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Oh, all that, huh? Okay. Wow.
Fell asleep.
Well, he might be retweeting the space. You never know. Okay, you guys, you never know. You never know. So, you guys, we're gonna wind down the space, okay? And here's the thing. I like to end the space, my spaces by going around and asking people who are up here a question, and I like you to everyone's gonna get the same question. I want you to answer the question and take it seriously, okay? Obviously, it's not serious. It's not going to be offered to you, this question, but answer it seriously. Put yourself in that situation and really think about what you would do. Okay? All right. So I'm going to start with my co-host, Chantel. Chantel, if you were offered $1 million to tomorrow just stop engaging with your Twitter account, do not tweet anymore, nothing. You don't reply, you don't like, you just disappear from Twitter. It's still active, the account's still there, but you just don't engage for 1 year. Okay? And then after 1 year, you come back, but you are not permitted to disclose why you were away. Meaning, you can't come back and say, you guys, I'm not a scammer. I'm not a grifter. I was offered this $1 million to go away for a year. Like, please, I'm the same Chantel you always knew and loved. No, you can't say a word. You just got to disappear for a year. And then 1 year later, come back and be like, oh, hey, what's up, Sphinx? How's it going? How you doing? Would you do that?
Hell no. So many reasons why. But nah, I wouldn't, because I could have made so many millions just from being in this space for that year. So why would I just take 1 million? And also, I value like the relationships and the friends that I have in this community a lot more than money. And I actually enjoy being able to share ideas and work together and build together, and I enjoy learning. So yeah, that would actually be like a tremendous detriment to me and my life. I don't think I would just say, nah, keep your million. I'm good. I know how to make millions without, having to do that type of deal. So I'm good.
Okay, well, we know who's picking up the dinner tab for our group dinner. So you guys, for the rest of you, I'm gonna keep it to one-word answers just cause. Hotshot, go ahead, bro. What would you do?
Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Hotshot knows what he's doing with that million.
Dude, the comeback is going to be the story. It's going to be, hey, he just left and now he's back. Like, what happened? It's going to be a wild story. And I'll just have like a different voice. It'd be like a little bit more gruff. It'd be like, yeah, stuff happened. Can't really talk about it, but I'm back. Still alive.
Alberto, you're next. Would you?
Okay, okay. This is a dilemma. Having been able to generate any income in the past 5 years for my situation, okay, I need to pay my bills. I'm generated debt and debt every month. I would take the $1 million because I need money for that. It's very sad, but yeah, I would take the money.
Oh, I appreciate your honesty. Okay, Ricky, how about you?
Um, well, I would say we'll probably tell about 2 years. I mean, I've been banned, you know what I'm saying, shadow banned. My account was, you know, damn near permanently banned until Elon Musk, come back. I mean, bought Twitter and they reactivated my account, and I'm like, well, shit, I'm gonna get Twitter blue, and going to promote my videos and everything. Oh, I'm sorry,
Oh, it's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
No worries.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, I probably take a million and
Yeah,
run.
we're gonna take it.
Wait. Is that before or after tax?
That's what I was gonna ask, man.
So
Well,
I'm the only person who would like forfeit that shit. What the hell?
Hold on, we got Mama next. Mama, what are you gonna do? Oh no, we got two more people. Mama, what are you gonna do? You gonna take the 1 million?
Oh, I'm taking it. All the people that needed to get a hold of me have my cell phone number.
Oh, hell to the yes.
Bruh, y'all are so savage.
Chantel's gonna be sitting on
What?
Lonely Island Twitter, holding spaces by
Dude,
herself.
apparently. But listen, man, it's just that sense, like, you have to understand from my perspective. I literally didn't tweet for 5 years. And since I came back to Twitter, I found Web3 and I made more money here than anywhere else. So I'm like, why the hell would I leave?
Okay, so Uno, what about you?
I'll take it and run. Come back
Yeah!
with links.
Hell to the
That's
yes!
what I'm talking about.
Now, Chantel, I have one
I've
more
Chantel's
always been the
on an
question.
black
island.
sheep.
I have one more question for you, Chantel, okay?
I literally do live on an island, by the way. I'm in Barbados right now, y'all.
I have one more question for you, Chantel. $5 million after taxes. What are you gonna do?
Okay, so now we're in a different
That
the
changes
5 mil
things.
I would take because I could flip that like real sweet. So yeah, I'm out for 5 for sure.
There we go. All right, you guys, we're all selling out. Hell to the yeah. You know I'm taking it. I'll be like, who the fuck was Sphinx? Like, I don't. She was fake. I don't know who that was. Like, you guys bought her bullshit. Anyway, so you guys, Alberto, did you want to say something? Go ahead.
Yeah, right now I'm right on more than $500,000. So I would actually make the deal for 100,000. I would take it. So yeah, I'm much cheaper than a million.
You know what the thing is? That's so funny because this is something that this is a kind of like a gaming the kind of a game thing that I've done in my spaces before. And you know what's funny is that you can actually have do these like more of these like questions and stuff. But I will tell you, like Alberto, you just reminded me, people start to think it's a real offer after a little while. And you're like, bro, like, no, nobody is offering us shit. Like, it's a joke, bro. It's a
Oh
like
my God,
fake.
Sphinx, are you doing a giveaway?
No,
Sphinx is
that
doing a
is clear.
giveaway.
But I mean,
Giveaway time.
I'm not that lucky, so I know it's not real.
I know, but it's just like you start to think, man, would I? Yeah, I think I would.
She
And you start
did.
debating it.
I think she didn't say dollars. She just said 1 million. So it could be just 1 million in Dogecoin or something like that.
Sheep,
Or-
sheep,
oh, Uruguayan pesos. Oh no.
sheep, sheep, sheep.
I'm
You
telling you,
guys,
my account is just over a year old. So
Sheep is still swappable though. You can still trade it.
Yeah, pull a Lil Wayne, a little Benjamin Franklin more than my own mama.
you guys, you know what? This has been quite a spicy stage, I must say. I liked it very much. I want to thank my beautiful co-host. I want to thank my wonderful de facto co-host, Okay Hotshot. I'm sorry, Hotshot. I'm not trying to get validation using your name. Fudge! I messed up. I shouldn't have done that. Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! I'm hitting myself right now. Alberto, Ricky, Mama, Uno, everyone else who was up here, everyone else who was in the speakers. I mean, in the listeners. That's so fucked up. Everyone else who was in the listeners. I appreciate you. And Hotshot, do you have some closing words for us?
no, this is a praising hand.
Oh, amen, hallelujah. Okay, okay, there we go. All right, okay, okay, cool. You guys, can everyone put your hands up, please? If you're on the stage, put your hand up in respect, please, for praise. Okay, you guys, thank you. Amen. You guys, thank you so much. So much. Hey, we all got our hands up. You guys, you're the best. I love everyone in here. You all rock. Thank you for thanks for jamming with me and my craziness and letting me just, unwind a little bit and be silly like I like to be. Y'all rock. Love ya. Bye.